restricted trade, but this time is a time where the level of tension is much higher than what we've had so far. The roots of this situation, in my view, lie in three different remits. The first one is a socio-economic issue. In some countries, starting with the US, the impact of trade opening, of globalization, has created winners and losers. And in some countries, the losers have had to suffer more than the winners. This is the case in the US, notably because the US has a very weak social system compared to developed countries of the same analogy in numbers. And in these conditions, I think it's not that surprising, even if many of us were surprised, that the US president was elected on a protectionist platform. We knew when Trump campaigned that he was going, if he was to be elected, to put in place a protectionist trade policy, which was the first time since 1900 a US candidate was campaigning on the protectionist platform. It happened, and there we are. This is a political reality with which we now have to live. And again, the main origin of that is social miscontent, discontent, anxiety, anger from time to time by people who believe that they unfairly have been treated by globalization and the impact of trade opening. The second reason behind, I think, these tensions is a more permanent one, which was there, which is there, which will remain there for the 20 or 30 years to come, which is US-China geopolitical rivalry. We've been there for a long time. We are there, and we will remain there for a long time. There are moments in human history where power systems change, the balance changes, and this is clearly a moment where this balance is changing. Again, it started a long time ago, but it's absolutely clear that for the moment, this geopolitical rivalry has taken a more abrasive stance. And the reason why it has taken a more abrasive stance is that on both sides there is a view that the other, being US if I'm China, being China if I'm US, the other is turning more aggressive. The view in the US is now, and this is very widely spread across the US political spectrum, that China is a threat. And the view in China is that US is a threat, and there has been, with the election of Trump and with the new president, when Xi Jinping became president of China, there has been a change of stance. The new leadership of China is more aggressive. The notion that China has to affirm its power, the Belt and Road Initiative, a series of initiatives in various places of the world have created the impression that China is on the move. And on the US side, as we know, the US present administration, and again, this is not a totally new thing, the US view is that China, which had to be contained for a long time, is now more of a problem which has to be addressed. The third reason why we have these trade tensions lie in the fact that the multilateral trading system, as it is, and notably incarnated by the World Trade Organization, which is not the only place where trade is regulated, which is the main multilateral platform for that, has not properly fulfilled its central mission, which is to level the playing field in trade. There are areas where the WTO system, the WTO rulebook, has not evolved in a way that allows members of the WTO to believe that the organization is delivering what it should deliver in terms of leveling the playing field. This is true for the US, and I've always said, including in public, that on this, Mr. Trump has a point. It's also true for Europe. It's also true for other countries which are members of the WTO. There are some areas where the WTO rulebook is not what it should be, and then it needs to be updated. Which is why, progressively, and it took a long time to be there, progressively, the view has prevailed that the WTO needs reform. Now, it's not the first time the WTO rulebook needs to be adjusted. When we launched the Doha Round in 2001, it was about WTO reform. At the time, we didn't call it WTO reform. We called it a round of negotiations in order to update the rulebook of WTO on 20 topics, but it was about WTO reform. That one, partially, if not totally, failed for a number of reasons. What has been done from the agenda of the Doha Round is not much. It's trade facilitation agreement, it's the agreement in Nairobi about export tax subsidies. That's roughly all. And one of the reasons why the effort to reform the WTO at the time did not succeed was that the deal which was on the table in 2008 was objected by two countries, United States of America and India. And we have to remember that at the time there was a package of reform of the WTO, but it didn't go through the membership because in WTO reforms have to be agreed by the membership. Now, we are at a new stage where there are new attempts to adopt the rule book. Simply this time, it's not about putting together a big package like we did it when we bundled the topics within the basket of the Doha Round. It's about addressing a number of urgent issues, hoping that if we do that, WTO will survive this crisis and be able to address further issues that lie ahead, especially if you want to follow the evolutions of the world economy, of technology, of global supply chains, of the world of digitalization, and so on. My own take, for what it's worth, is that before we get there, which is a medium long-term agenda, we need to survive the short term. And this is not a done deal. At this stage, there is no guarantee that the WTO will survive this short-term challenge, not least because we have in the US a president whose intention on the WTO are unclear. We do not know whether Mr. Trump wants to improve the World Trade Organization or whether he wants to get rid of the World Trade Organization. What we know is that he believes that the WTO is bad for the US. That's clear. He's been tweeting this repeatedly. So what? If the WTO is bad for the US, if the WTO is bad for, which is his view, which we have to respect as the President of the United States of America, so what? Has it to be improved so that it's less bad for the US? Or have the US to quit this organization, which, by the way, he also tweeted as a possibility if this organization was proven to be incapable of reform. This question is wide open. Nobody knows. Maybe he knows, although I'm not sure. But that's, and we have to live with this situation short term, which means that the problems that need to be addressed short term have to be addressed under this tension, not knowing whether the US at the end of the day will or not remain within the tent. This short-term period I think, should be focused on three issues, which are the main ones we have to overcome. First one is the agreement on subsidies and counter-evading measures, so-called ASCM. I think it's pretty clear, at least for US, Europe, Japan, and a few others, that the disciplines of WTO, as far as limiting subsidization, are too weak to be able to cope with the present situation, notably with a very important state-owned sector in China that might not have been a problem when the state-owned sector in China had shrunk from 100% in the 80s to 15% in the mid-2000s, because since the crisis, the part of the Chinese economy which is under state command has grown from 15% to roughly 30%. So the notion that when China joined WTO, it was embarking on a path of convergence with a, let's say, normal market capitalist economy. This has changed as a consequence of the US crisis, and there's now a view that the playing field is not level the way it should be given the importance of China subsidization, whether it affects competition within the Chinese domestic market, i.e. negating the notion that foreigners are operating with Chinese companies on a level playing field in China, or whether this affects markets abroad, insofar as a large part of state-owned enterprise in China are now multinational companies and have operations abroad, which they compete with other non-Chinese companies, and if they benefit from subsidization or lower cost of capital or less taxes or less dividends, there is an unlevel playing field. So this is the number one. I think the real awareness on the Chinese side about this, which is why this concept of competitive neutrality was floated, first by a sort of more liberal camp in the Chinese leadership, then more recently by the Prime Minister, whether this concept of competitive neutrality can translate into changes in the way China works, or whether it can translate into changes in the disciplines which China could subscribe in the WTO, remains to be seen. I think there's an effort to go in the direction, whether it will work or not, still to be seen. A second area where we need to fix the problem is, of course, the dispute settlement system. As you know, the US have taken the system hostage in refusing to nominate new judges at the appellate body. Whether judges in the appellate body are agreed by consensus or by majority is a question I will leave aside for the moment, although reading the statute of WTO sometimes may be useful for those who haven't done that for a long time. You have to raise the question whether nominating judges to the appellate body is a procedural decision or not. Leaving that aside, we have a problem which needs to be fixed. It seems that the US is taking this attitude because they are not unhappy with part of the decisions which the appellate body has taken as a jurisdiction, which adjudicates disputes, especially in the area of trade defense instrument, notably anti-dumping, notably zeroing. Whether it's the case or not is unclear, because so far the US have said they have a problem, but they haven't explained how this problem will be fixed. So in these circumstances, we are still in the blue, waiting for a moment where we will say, well, this is the problem we have, and this is how we propose to fix it, and let's discuss it and let's negotiate it. We're not there. There has been proposals that have been tabled about how to address this problem. So far, the US have refused all the proposals which have been tabled. So here again, big question mark, what exactly is the problem? What is the solution? This remains to be tested in the times to come. Third area where progress could and should be made, which is a more technical issue, which has to do with the process of notifications, monitoring, which notification obligations, how are they monitored in terms of transparency, whether it's technical barriers to trade, whether it's subsidization in industry or agriculture, or even services. This is a major issue because the reality is that the way WTO works is very much with peer review, and that these peer reviews, to be efficient, need to be fed by proper and adequate information. Again, it's a more technical issue, but it's a rather important systemic one, which is why I put it into the thing that have to be fixed short term if we want to recreate the sort of confidence that the system works to the benefits of its members. That's the short-term agenda. I'm not going to expand on the longer-term agenda. There are issues that need to be addressed long-term, including, by the way, issues that were there for a long time, but for the moment are not the main issue, such as, for instance, disciplines on agricultural subsidies, which, let's remember, is the reason why the Doha round failed in 2008. The reason why the Doha round failed in 2008 was because the US and India, both for different reasons, could not accept the wording of a special safeguard clause on agricultural imports. And this was rendered necessary because of the further opening of markets in agriculture, which would have resulted in the reduction of tariffs and in further constraint on subsidization, insofar as in agriculture, as in other areas, protecting a producer through tariffs, protecting a producer through subsidies is the same. Economically speaking, is the same, which is why you need to work on both counts. Now, whether agriculture will come back or not is an open question. There are obviously issues that have to do with digitalization, although I'm not among those who dream that the WTO would create convergence between data regimes in US, EU, and China, whether it's about storage, whether it's about accessibility, whether it's about privacy. My own view, for what it's worth, is that we have to forget a dream harmonization in these areas. The US system, the EU system, the Chinese system will be different for the 20 years to come, and these differences lie in deeply rooted views about how society should work, what freedom means, what individualism means. So I don't think we should saddle WTO with a huge task of harmonizing this sort of philosophical basement of what lies under data regimes. But still, there are areas where, leaving aside convergence, a more fluid coexistence could be organized, and for this, we probably need a new WTO on this, as well as we probably need, long-term, new rules of WTO about NTBs, and notably measures the purpose of which is not to protect producers but to protect consumers. We are in an era where precaution is rising as a result of people becoming less poor and older. They become more risk averse, and this is, if not today, tomorrow, a major problem for opening trade, insofar as in a number of areas, whether goods and services, you bump into domestic regulations that are established in order to provide the necessary level of safety, security, precaution. So these are areas long-term where the WTO will need to rework, but let me conclude in saying that, as we all know, in order to be able to think about next week, we have to be able to think about tomorrow. Tomorrow is a crisis in WTO which needs to be addressed. I think the EU, and by the way, the Japanese stance on this is crystal clear. We Europeans believe we need a multilateral trading system. Same with Japan, by the way. The reason why we believe this is not just a philosophy, it's a simple practicality, whereas US and China can afford to go bilaterally if they so wish, we can't. Neither EU nor Japan have the international, diplomatic, strategic, military clout to use force. So, in a way, we are condemned to multilateralism, which is one of the reasons why we will make everything possible to defend it, and that's roughly what EU and Japan are trying to do in siding with US when China needs to be pushed, and in siding with China when US needs to be pushed. That's our short-term agenda. Thanks for your attention.